Hello everyone, thank you for watching. Welcome back to another video. It's your host, me, Tristan, and today I'm going to be playing a game called Mount and Blade Warband. Now, if you will kindly excuse me for about 10 seconds, I will allow my frustrations to boil through. Finally! The audio's working, no audio loops, nothing in the background, good lighting. This is honestly probably the 10th time today that I have attempted recording. Early this morning, made about a 50-minute video, had an audio loop. After that, I made about a 20-minute video, forgot to enable the microphone, and here previously, started making a video, and I had started laundry, and about 5 minutes in, it hit this ravenous spin cycle where it felt like my brain was rattling around inside of my head. But without further ado, everything is ready. Hopefully, I'm going to tab one more time just to make sure. Yes, microphone is still enabled. We have it. Yes, get a round of applause. I needed that. Okay, so what I have here today is a video game that was developed and published by TaleWorlds Entertainment. It is the second game in a multi-part series. There was one before this, and I do believe there is a more recent one after this game that came out a couple of years ago. This game specifically was released March 31st back in 2010. I had it pretty much around that same time. I've played it for many years, although I only have currently 259 playtime hours. Definitely not the most hours I've sunk into a video game like Warframe or League of Legends. But my recommendation for this game, before I even play it, before I even show y'all what this is about, before I start fanning over all of the mechanics, it is a solid, stellar 10 out of 10. It's super simple. The graphics are not hyper-realistic. It does not take any portion of your computer's processing power. It's a super lightly developed game, mostly a lot of text dialogues, menus, but that does not take away from the amazingness that this game is. But without further ado, and for the 6th time, let's start a new character and get about 3 minutes in before I realize something is going horribly wrong. Welcome, adventurer, to Mount and Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat... Okay, I have birds over there and they're talking. They're probably talking to each other like, why is he over here talking to a camera, sitting on the floor in front of a computer all by himself? Who knows? But there's no one inside of the house, and I'm comfortable enough to make this video very loudly, vibrantly, happily. Crap, where was I? Or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging early game. That is absolutely true. Starting out as a female is incredibly hard to get recognition by the pre-existing warlords of the factions in this game. I've made a couple of female characters, but just for the sake of simplicity, and I'm actually intending on being serious with this playthrough, like I'm not going to rage quit because I lost a battle and I got captured, and that's happened a lot, but it's not going to happen this time. But yes, we're going to be male, and unfortunately, just like the medieval society, there's only 2 genders. Sorry, I might bleep that out, just kidding, don't know. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was, and all of these options, there's going to be about 5 or 6 of these character biography options. They're all different. I'm not going to go too heavily like I did in the previous attempts to make this video. I'm just going to go with what I personally go with. If you get this game, I definitely recommend you take the time to try out all the different options, because depending on what you pick is the starting values of your character and the items and weapons that you get as well. So I'm not new to this game. I know what I like for my play style. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this because I've noticed I've kind of spent like 20-25 minutes on every single introduction so far. I'm just going to hop right into it. Veteran warrior for training. As a child, your family scrabbled out of a meager living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as ... Hi, beautiful birds. I'm just gonna put this blanket down a little bit more. Hopefully y'all be a little bit more quiet. Can't get too frustrated with them. They can't help it. They're probably having a wonderful old time. For this one, I typically like going shop's assistant. You get some goods, extra little bit of starting gold, that kind of stuff. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade. Over years of working shops and driving caravans, you soon became adept at the art of buying low, selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they got the better deal. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became... You have squire, troubadour, university student, goods peddler, smith, and game poacher. I like going game poacher because it's, you know, stylized for the archer type rogue build. I should mention there are no real classes, there are no skills. It's very, very simple combat mechanics, physics mechanics. It all boils down to what you equip and what you wear, and how you upgrade your character, which you'll see after this, the second I get through it. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Dissatisfied with common men's desperate scrabble for coin, you took to your local lord's own forests, and decided to help yourself to its bounty, laws be damned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table. You cut down trees right under the watchmen's noses, and turned them into firewood that warmed many freezing homes during the winter. All for a few silvers, of course. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What was it that made you take this decision? Oh wait, what made you take this decision was... I forget all the end results of this one. I just know I always go for Wanderlust, because I'm a wandering, lusty person. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life. I'm going to check my microphone one more time, because I am not having this happen to me again. Okay, so what does this do? Desktop audio. I don't know what that does. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it alone, and hopefully everything's working. I just want everything to work. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison, when the familiar became mundane, but your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place or merely for the open road and freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. So tutorial, yes, this is the character creation. I like to round everything off to the best of my ability that I can. 8, 9, 8, 9, good enough. I'm not going to just blow through this, but at the same time I kind of do want to speed up a little bit. Iron Flesh is health, swords. Okay, so I'm just going to say what it's basically related to. Swords, throwing, bows, anything, shields, running, horses, horse archery, getting stuff and better stuff, training your troops, tracking other parties down. This helps you out in battles and stuff. To be honest, when it comes to tactics, I really have not noticed any significant change in any battle scenario, but it's there. Pathfinding increases your speed. I won't point in that. Spotting's okay. Inventory management, definitely trade, leadership, lower wages for your troops. higher morale, trade, you get better trade options. Prison management is important to get early on because you at least want to have 1 point after battles if anyone falls unconscious. On their side, you have the capacity to capture them and ransom them off inside of a tavern. Engineering, all these intelligence stats are important, but not for the initial startup. My last point, I would like to just throw something in Weapons Master. Archery for sure, some throwing, maybe 1 or 2 in one hand, and my name is going to be Treddo, and if you'll give me 1 second, I'm going to try to just mute that. Now, where was I exactly when I did all that? Okay, so in this section right here, I was talking about my name. I'm actually going to go by the name Treddo here pretty soon on this YouTube channel, purely because it's the first 2 letters of my first, middle, and last name, Tristan Edward Dombrowski, T-R-E-D-D-O, Treddo. Right here I was setting up my character, just basically looking for something that looked kind of remotely similar to me. Give myself a beard, ooh, fancy that, masculine beard, yes sir, look at that, perfection. I even scrolled in on that. So, yeah, just free time. You hear about Colradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms, battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key to your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventurers will await you. Drawn by the stories of you hear about Colradia and its kingdoms. What I have presented right there, I'm basically talking about the different kind of factions that are inside of the game, but you're not actually joining the faction. You're just more or less starting in that geographical area. See, I even did that hand thing. Wow, I'm pretty on point with that. And I was talking about joining the Nords. Because that is typically my favorite place to start out. Trying to see what I was saying like literally 10 minutes ago. Just a bunch of hand waves. Oh, yes, blah, 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 blah. Hand wave, clap, shoulder shrug. Oh, that's right. I was talking about the map. Yes, the map is incredible. It's a big map. It's what's kept me coming back all this time. Hand wave just to let you know really how big it is, that kind of stuff. About to click that any second. You took passage with a trading longship carrying gyre falcons from the furthest reaches of the north to be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risks of drifting ice and later winter storms. Okay, I'm just thinking how funny it is that I'm audioing over this and the words kind of match up with my mouth. So it could be kind of confusing. This was audioed over when I typed and muted. I don't know why. I got a mute key somewhere. Flats, coastal marshes, to the city of Sargoth, home to the Sea Raiders' distant kinsmen, the Nordic lords who a few generations ago had carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. Mouth movement. Yep. I wonder, what else do I do? Do I do another hand wave? I feel like I do. Give me about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. No, okay, I'm just. Oh, cool. I did something. Great. But yeah, I was just talking. I was also talking about how this is the last little bit of character setup. It's about to load you into the game. You're exhausted, blah, blah, blah. Time you find the end, all of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. But yes, it's about to load in. I was talking about, I was just praising the game in general. So I'm just going to say that, once again, it is truly a very good, stellar game. This person talking right now doesn't know that he's about to get shot in the face by an arrow, because he's a scrub, but at that moment I was saying I'm really good and I'm not going to die. But
this right
I was like,
here.
look,
Oh,
another bow. But yeah, this is about as good as the combat gets. You know, it's physics based to a degree, but very simple. Delivered 10 damage. Nice. And then I stand still. Bam. God, oh my god. That's what I said. It was pretty brutal. And I was like, you're not going to kill me. You already got me scrapped low. I'm going to chop you in the face. Killed him. And then the merchant's coming up on the side. Dang, now I think I might dub over a little bit more. This is pretty fun. Hand wave, yep. And then I was like, you know, reading what he says. Are you alright? Well, I guess you are. Not so much what we can say about the other fellow, but that's one less thief to trouble our lands, blah, blah, blah. Heavens know he won't be the last. Little bit of important dialogue. I didn't realize my camera is also cutting off like half the dialogue. So I'm definitely happy that I was, you know, reading it all out loud. Otherwise, I do believe it would have been annoying beforehand. This is also where I'm talking about wrapping up the video because this is the last little bit, and then I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to end the video, and then it's going to pick up in the second part, give or take. Please watch that kind of stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe, or don't, because this is an old video game that's not that popular. And then about any second now, I realized that the microphone cut it off. And at what point did my microphone cut out? Oh my god, I might just voice this over because this is going to be the 7th fucking time I've tried this. Why? Okay, I'm going to end it here. If you can hear this, thank you for watching. I'm going to end it right here. The first little introduction was the character creation. I'm about to actually get into the gameplay, quests, and all of this fun stuff in the next episode. So if you liked, definitely comment. I'm not necessarily concerned about sharing and liking and that kind of stuff, because like I said, this game was made back in 2010. It's not a very popular game, although in my opinion and perspective, a very solid, thoroughly good game. But yes, thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.